Hey guys, it's Brendan here, Big Red Angler. Hope everybody's doing well. I have to say that this has been kind of a scary, emotionally taxing week for me here in Westchester County, New York. Kind of the epicenter of everything you're hearing about in the news. I'm healthy, but it's not good for a lot of people, and I can say that with certainty. But I do have some fishing to show you, and I do have a few, bright spots for you from this week as well. First of all, I'm a teacher, and I've been doing some remote teaching, and I made a private YouTube channel just for my kids, and it's kind of funny. That channel does better as far as views go than this one. But anyway, I've been going on a lot of walks during this time, and I go for walks anyway. But it's a way for me to kind of clear my head, deal with some of this anxiety. And ever since I moved up to Yonkers 2 years ago, when I take these walks, I run across some little tiny body of running water, I check for fish. I'm looking for anything, tiny little microfish or whatever. And if you know anything about Yonkers proper, there's really not too many fishing opportunities. You got Tibbetts Brook, I guess you could try the Sawmill River, and then on the far western side is the Hudson River. But I'm talking about just little creeks and stuff. There's not much of that. So I was going for a little walk yesterday, and I went to this very small, unassuming local park. And I approached this little wooden bridge, and there was under the bridge there was this little pooling up area of water, and I looked down and there were little things darting to and fro, and I said, oh my gosh, I think those might be fish. So I went back today armed with some equipment that I thought could help me, and that's what you're going to see in just a second. But otherwise, I'm just checking in with everybody. I'm okay so far, but there are a lot of people hurting right now. And just if you can just keep this area in your thoughts and prayers, if you're a praying person, that would be great. All right, enjoy the video. Okay, guys. Well, if you live in my town, you might recognize this park. I'm not gonna say it by name, but I can't find any documentation to say that you can't fish here. It's just that I'm sure probably nobody ever does. Maybe nobody ever has. So you're going to notice throughout this video that I've taken a lot of ridiculous precautions. I don't know how scientific they are, but a lot of it's just for peace of mind. And if it gives me peace of mind and if I can relax, then that's good, because oh boy, I'm being approached by all these dogs that are off their leash. You're gonna get hooked, buddy. That's a big ass dog. What the? It's like a mastiff and a foxhound or something. Thing's massive. Anyway, so just to go back to what I was saying before, I fish. It's a big stress relief. So it kind of sucks when you're in a situation where the fishing, that you don't even want to fish. But I'm going to give it a go here, and again, you'll see some of the things I'm doing. I have some hand sanitizer. I have gloves. I have it's not an official kind of mask, but I have something to go over my face and glasses over my eyes, just sunglasses. But the whole thing is this. You'll see it in a second. This is just a little creek in front of me, and there's the possibility that there could be sewage runoff in it. So I don't think it's likely, and I also did research, whether or not COVID-19 is known to travel through, sewage, and there is not much evidence right now to suggest that. So, but I am going to be super safe, and I'll show you, what the fishing side of it's going to look like in just a second. All right, so I have my ice rod. On the end of the line is a swivel. That's more going to act as my weight more than anything else, both to anchor it in the bottom and to get the line out. I'm not really casting, but I am dropping it. And then I don't know if you'll be able to see that tiny hook. I'll probably show you a picture right now anyway, just so you get an idea. And I'm gonna I have 2 earthworms, only 2, but that's okay because I'm just taking tiny pieces of them to put onto this hook. Again, there are definitely tiny fish in here, and we're gonna try to make the microfishing happen. I haven't done this kind of microfishing much. I have one video where I'm actually using these tiny little Tanago hooks. So you see, that is the size of the piece of earthworm we're using, and we could probably even go smaller than that. I'm keeping at a distance from the spot right now because they are definitely skittish. I noticed this yesterday, so I want to be as stealthy as possible. And so if these damn dogs that aren't on their leash keep messing with me, they're going to perhaps spoil everything. But we gotta work with what we have here. Alright, so the piece of earthworm is definitely on the hook. I want a little piece of the end of the hook exposed so that we can hook into them. And microfishing, if you ever watch my man Leo Sheng over there at EPF, Extreme Philly Fishing, it is not easy, and it could take a real long time, and I might not even catch anything. I almost touched my face. I did not. All right. So I think I'm gonna start without the gloves, and if there are, oh crap, already messed up here. As I fix this tangle, I was thinking another game we could play if I don't catch anything is guess how long it's going to take for some random person to come up and tell me that I can't fish here with absolutely no evidence to back it up. There we go. All right. Let's see. Do I see my buddies? Oh yeah, I see some buddies. So we're gonna find out what these guys are. Are they gonna come up to it? Or are they gonna be skittish? They are very skittish. They've all disappeared. It's a bunch of little minnows down there. You just gotta figure out what they are. I'm telling you guys, if I can catch something that will make my day, my week, and my month, and even my year. They're acting like creek chubs, but I don't really have anything to back that up. I can see my line down there. They're just kind of all racing around. They might see me up here. It's very clear water. Love some of these spring birds we're hearing. You can hear the red-winged blackbird occasionally. Right on cue. Yeah, there's a bunch of, I'm so curious what those fish are down there. So who would have thought that I'd be back out with my ice rod? But it seems pretty appropriate for this. It does kind of have an ice fishing feel to it, being like knelt down here, looking down the hole. Gosh, you think this dog's name is Apollo or anything? Why don't you just keep it on a freaking leash and you don't have to call it all the time? But this is the time to be kind to your neighbors. I don't want confrontation as much as I talk about it. Another thing that might happen, and I even noticed this as I've been feeding the birds lately this week, is sometimes they feel like eating, and other times they leave the food there for hours. So maybe we just aren't in the bite window, as they call it. All that stuff about majors and minors that I am too lazy to research. I'm gonna let it go under the bridge a little bit. It's kind of my bait is kind of floating under the bridge. Maybe where they can't see me, they'll be more inclined to bite. It's going to be even harder for me to detect a bite as well. Again, these fish are about an inch, maybe maximum 2 inches long, so this is some true microfishing right now. I have to say, now that I'm all set up here, it is a stress release. believe it or not. I feel like they are probably hiding under this rock. You might see it. Oh, speak of the devil, here they come again. The whole gang, they kind of rove around. Maybe once they start thinking of me as kind of just like a fixture up here, they'll become a little more comfortable and a little less skittish. I'm starting to think the key might be to not move my bait around, just kind of let it sit. It's kind of like sitting on a rock right now, and they're edging closer to it. I don't know if they even notice it, but they do seem to be edging closer. The good thing is, I'd imagine that these little guys have never been fished for before, so they really have no idea what's going on. It's not like those fish in like pressured lakes that know what bait looks like. I keep seeing them come out of these reeds over here. That's kind of going to be a tight spot. I don't want to get anything tangled up or stuck. I feel like that's a good spot for it. Oh yeah, someone was coming out to look at it. I got some interest, actually. I got some interest down there. I don't know if you can see that leaf. Probably can't get close enough, but it's resting on that leaf, and somebody did come out and take a look. Someone's coming out. Someone came out again and went back in. Could be guarding a nest. It's hard to believe that these little things have nests, but you know that they're not like babies themselves. Oh yeah, they like hugging. So whatever they are, they like hugging these like overturned reeds here. I feel like I'm talking too much. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. Here comes Apollo again. Hey Apollo, I'm not gonna touch you. I'm not gonna touch you. There's kind of a global pandemic going on. Please stay away from my bag. It broke. I got another one. First bite, first bite. Okay guys, we had a legit bite down there, definitely. I put it under, I put it really close to those overhanging reeds. The guy came out, he took a sniff, then he got it in his mouth. He had it in his mouth, but I couldn't set the hook fast enough. And another problem with microfishing is because of how light these fish are. You know, with bigger fish, their own weight is part of what helps you hook them. When there's not a lot of weight to lay into, you have a much bigger chance of just, you know, pulling the bait out of his mouth without even, you know, getting a hold with your hook. But anyway, it's still exciting. Alright guys, it's in a good spot. It's kind of like suspending right where I want it, kind of near those reeds again. We did have another bite, but this time the bite was on the swivel itself. So the guy came and bit on the swivel and went away again. And I remember that happening when I tried this once before. So, you know, I don't know. It's just a lot of trial and error and a lot of frustration. But I'll tell you what, it feels good to be focused on something other than everything else. You know, I would recommend to anybody, you know, for me up until this point, it's actually been my job that's been helping me get through this, just because I can really just put myself into it and put all my energy into it, and then, you know, I don't have time to think about all the really crappy stuff that's going on in the world right now. But anyway, we persist. I'm gonna put this back on my chest. Another bite. Oh, that one, that was in and out. That was in and out. And I'll let him chew on it a little longer next time. Now he's got a taste for it at least. He was like munching on it. But then when I tried to set the hook, just slipped right out. These reeds are good because even though I can't see them, that means that they can't see me. Alright, so at least we're learning. They are more skittish out in the open and more prone to feed from their little ambush points. And I guess, you know, that's the same as a lot of fish, largemouth bass included. But yeah, generally they're under like stuff like this. My money spot is right here. That's where I got both of my bites. The sun is slowly going down, so the shadows are creeping this way. That might work to my advantage. I can be a little more stealthy, and they can't see as much down there anyway. Oh, I thought I had something. It's a leaf. Anything that touches the water, I'm trying to unhook without touching. It's coming out again. Just gonna let him chew on it. Again, another bite on it. I watched him do it. He's coming again. Poking his head out. Got one, and it is a surprise. Guys, it is a pumpkin seed. It appears to be a pumpkin seed. Holy crap, I did it. I can't be more pleased right now. He may have swallowed it. Holy crap. So that is a pumpkin seed. A baby pumpkin seed. So it's not our little, bait fish. However, if I can't get this hook out, we can harvest it. There's no reason we can't. Just a pumpkin seed. Just a pumpkin seed. All right. Let's see if we can do a little surgery here. There we go. There we go, guys. Pumpkin seed. Now let's see if he swims away. Yeah, he totally swam away. He's fine. We did it. We actually did it. Now, my guess is that these are not all pumpkin seeds, that we still might have some like minnow species / bait fish down there. But now we know that one of the things down there is pumpkin seeds. You wouldn't believe how happy I am right now. It's so funny. Just that little tiny fish really just put like a bright spot in an otherwise really lousy couple of weeks. Oh, wow. I feel like it's like, do you quit while you're on top or do you keep going? That took a lot of work for that little guy. I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, but mission accomplished, man. So happy. Wow. There is hope, folks. There is hope. There's another fish down there. He came out. I don't know if he took it or not. Nope. Blade of grass. Leaf. But I'm gonna guess there's other stuff down here besides pumpkin seeds. Overjoyed that I caught one, but it's not like I've never caught a pumpkin seed before. Pretty common fish around here. Yeah, it's kind of tough seeing fish from above, being able to get like a species ID on it. I just scared a bunch of them out when I stepped down here. I shouldn't have been so noisy. But I feel like that's a good spot. Nope, no it's not, because I just caught a leaf. But I did find some guys hiding under said leaf. I'm like threading a needle here. Nope, see? And that's what happens when you try to thread a needle. Okay guys, it's been about 45 minutes, maybe an hour since that first and only fish, but I might fish a little bit longer, but I'm gonna film my outro now. Well, it was good to get out. What can I say? Just have a little bit of joy in an otherwise kind of scary, somewhat depressing week. So I hope you guys are just finding ways to deal with this, constructive ways to deal with this, keeping safe, calling your loved ones, checking up on everybody, and holding it down. It's a lot to be dealing with. So please please subscribe, fish like there's no tomorrow. But more importantly, I think the message today is take care of yourselves, take care of your neighbors, and be well. Peace.
Yeah, go over here, sweetie.
But I got one tiny, if you know what a pumpkin seed is, it's a little panfish.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys need to get by, just let me know.
Not at all.
I'll give you some social distance.
Got
bridges like the
Xander
road for her.
Oh, okay. I'm like the troll on the bridge.
Yeah.
No, because you're on top of it.
Oh, true,
You
true.
wouldn't want to be underneath
I'd
the
have to be under
You
it,
wouldn't
right?
want that, yeah.
Got one. Okay, I got another one. That appears to be a bluegill. Let me take it off and give you another look. Hook is out. All right, guys. Hook is out. Just to give you an idea how small these things are. Pretty neat, right? That actually might be, I'm seeing the little orange on the opercular flap, so that actually might be a pumpkin seed. It's kind of hard to tell when they're this tiny, but it's definitely in the sunfish family. All right, going back. Swam away fine.
All things considered, there are much worse ways to spend your time
Yes.
these days, right?
Oh man.